Hi, I'm Mackenzie from Posh Salon in Williamsburg, Virginia, and I'll be showing you how to do a Dutch braid to kind of dress up your hair for the holidays. It's pretty simple. The only things you'll need is a couple bobby pins, some clear rubber bands, and a comb, and our air control hairspray from Aveda. The first thing I do is I part my hair, which I've already done, wherever you would like to see the braid to start. The second thing I would do is spray your hair down, because any of these little flyaways that you have up front, you need to be able to hold into place with the braid. I would just spray it through lightly and comb it through with your fingers or with your comb, either one, to try to make sure that there's enough hairspray through the ends and through the top to make sure everything stays. And the next step is to start where your braid is. I would grab from the corner piece a little section to start off with, but a good enough chunk to be able to split into three. The three pieces that you'll need to be all evenly spaced through. I would start with the front braid that's closest to your hairline and pull it underneath the middle section, like so. The next step, you'll take the outside braid, or outside section, and bring it under the middle as well to kind of start the braid off. Now after that, you'll start doing the actual Dutch braiding. You'll take a section starting from the front hairline to the middle under part of the braid, and just grab this tiny section and add it to your outermost section of hair and bring it through and under into the middle. Next step, I usually hold that side, the outermost side, in one hand so that I have a free hand to grab the next section. Now you start from your part, and remember, go to right underneath the middle of the braid, add it to your outermost section, and then you'll pull it underneath and back into the middle. So pretty much with this braid, to French braid or Dutch braid, you'll always be grabbing from the outermost side and bringing that piece through to the middle, and that's what creates the Dutch braid look. So next you'll grab the smaller section, and remember not to grab too far over as to mess up the sectioning of the braid, but I would grab from the front hairline to the middle, add it to your outermost hairline or outermost section, and bring it through and underneath to the middle section. It's basically the same thing as French braiding, you're just bringing it underneath instead of over. Next you'll go from the outer section, grab from the middle, add to the outside section, and bring underneath to the middle. And you'll just continue on doing that until you're satisfied with how far the Dutch braid has gone. And you can also kind of maneuver the braid in the direction that you want it to go in by grabbing different sections of the hair. So as I'm going, I'm grabbing more from over here and less from over here, as to make the braid go a little bit further back into my hair and not sitting straight up on my hairline. So like I said, you'll grab here, and I'm just grabbing a little bit further back, not too far, adding it to the front, and then just bringing it underneath like so, back to the middle. Now I know it can be kind of tricky at first, but getting your finger movements is definitely going to be the most difficult part, but just practicing and practicing will definitely be worth the trick. So once you've braided far enough back that you think that you want to leave some hair up in the front just to frame your face, because you don't want to pull everything back, you can just go ahead and regular braid. So you'll just keep pulling underneath the middle, like so, until you braided far enough back that you're satisfied. And then you'll take one of those clear rubber bands, like this, and wrap it around a few times just to make sure the braid is really secure. Like so. Now, if you have bangs like I do, you always have these pesky little pieces that will stick out like this. It's really easy to hide. You'll just spray it down with the hairspray, and you can kind of tuck them back into the braid to hide it so you don't even see that little piece sticking out. Now, if you don't like it to be a super tight braid, you like it a little bit more looser, a little bit more romantic, something cute for the holidays, it's really easy to just kind of tug on the outsides of the braid, starting in the middle or the front, and holding the bottom of your hair. And you can kind of create those Pinteresty braids that you always see but don't know how to achieve. So if you slowly pull them apart at the ends, making sure not to pull from the center of the braid, but only from the outside. So those little pieces on the outside of the braid. Just kind of pull apart. And you can pull them apart as far as you want, as long as you're just pulling the outside, because then the braid will actually stay tight, but it'll look loose and have that illusion of something that you just threw together. And then when you think you've pulled it apart enough and you think it looks cute enough, you can pick up a chunk of hair and hide the end of the braid underneath by taking a few bobby pins and tucking them into the braid to secure it in place. And then you can just let your hair fall over top, and the braid is hidden, and it's a super cute style for the holidays.